Okay, so on these problems, we are actually given one of the factors. Over here, we were having to factor the problems to solve them down here. But here we're given one of the factors, so we're gonna use long division to find the other factor. So that means that 2x plus 5 times another factor is equal to this, 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 12x minus 30. So if we're multiplying these two, then we have to divide this into that. So we use long division, which is something you learned in first semester of algebra. 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 12x minus 30. So how many times does 2 go into 2? Well, one time. You could put a 1 if you want. And then you need an x squared because you already have an x right here and you want to make cube, 3 of them. So then if I multiply those, that's going to be 2x cubed. And then if you multiply those two, that's going to be positive 5x squared. Okay, then I'd like to get another color. And I'm going to switch the sign of those so that I can cancel them out. So these cancel and these cancel, so you get 0. We're going to bring down negative 12x minus 30. And the 2 goes into the negative 12, negative 6 times. And then you already have an x, so you don't need another x. So negative 6 times a 2 is a negative 12x. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. And then use another color marker to change the sign. So that means that's a plus, that's a plus. So notice that everything canceled out. So that means, what does that mean? That means that f of x, this f of x, is equal to the factored form of 2x plus 5 times x squared minus 6. So I can set those equal to 0 to solve for them. Okay, and then we're going to subtract the 5. So we're going to have 2x equals negative 5. So that's x equals negative 5 over 2. That's one answer. And then do this other one. So remember, we only know how to solve linear and quadratics. So we try to make the factors into linear and quadratics so that we can solve these. And here you don't complete the square or use the quadratic formula because x squared, and you don't have a bx. So, you know, when you have this, then you have to complete the square or use the quadratic formula. But you don't have that in this case. So you could just solve it. And then you take the square root plus or minus the square root of 6. That gets canceled, so x is equal to plus or minus square root 6. So you have you should have 3 answers because it's a cubic. So your answer is negative 5/2. That's a root or a 0 or whatever you want to call it. And then, so you have 1, 2, 3 answers there. Okay, go ahead and go to the next video.